What is going on, YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today, ladies and gentlemen, holy smokes, it's happening. It is actually happening. The app will be released on April 16th, which is this coming Friday. This week has absolutely been loaded with all kinds of content, all kinds of positive catalysts, and we were just not even aware of what was being done behind the scenes. It is absolutely incredible, and it all came out in the conference call today from Brian Foote, and it was absolutely tremendous. We're going to dive in. We're going to talk about it. So if you're interested in HUMBL, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before we start talking live app, before we start talking everything HUMBL, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get into the video. As you guys know, let's go. I was beyond stoked. I was beyond excited, just like many of you are in this amazing community that HUMBL really is building. It is absolutely tremendous to see the due diligence, the people that are backing it. It was just incredible to see the anticipation going into this conference call like I have never seen before. People were so excited to just hear what Brian Foote, the CEO of HUMBL, had to say. And it definitely did not disappoint. By no means. So obviously, you guys understand how each and every one of these conference calls has gone. And Brian Foote obviously hit on it in a very significant manner, and the reason is because he always approaches it as new investors are joining for the first time. So he really wants to make sure that he covers what the company has built from the get-go, where they come from, what they're working on, and why they are working on it. It is absolutely incredible to see, and it is very exciting. So how this video is going to get laid out is we're going to talk about the CNBC interview that is supposed to be conducted, which was led into the conference call. We're going to talk about really the app and what we can expect from the release. And then we're going to dive in to the newly updated timeline. And holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, this was most definitely updated. So I'm excited to bring this content to you. I really am. I'm fired up. I'm ecstatic. Let's do this. So I made a video yesterday, as you guys can see right here, and I really encompassed what I thought was going to be talked about in the conference call. I really started to see what people were accumulating and thought was going to be talked about in this conference call. I really dove in and looked at some of the tweets and really thought that there was some leaked information, really a time point that was put out by CEO himself, Brian Foote, and it all actually started to come true. He said within days, well, it was within days, and it was announced in the conference call. So we're going to break this thing down. We're going to dive in. First thing up is going to be the CNBC interview that is going to be conducted. And this is going to be insane. So swinging on over here, Brian Foote put out, excited to be appearing live on CNBC tomorrow between 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk HUMBL and NFTs. Absolutely incredible. He continues on in a tweet to say big thanks to CNBC and Frank Holland for featuring startups and new technology, honored to appear. He talked about it a lot more as he went into the conference call. Guys, this is going to be massive. This week was well planned out by this company. It was well planned out by CEO Brian Foote. And the reason I say that is because obviously we have the conference call that occurred today. You have the CNBC interview where you're going to hear about HUMBL from a huge media perspective. It's going to be incredible. They're going to be talking about NFTs, which was a major topic in this conference call. And then it's just going to be going public. You're going to hear about what HUMBL has to offer. You know, he mentioned multiple times, actually a lot, in this conference call, how they could potentially be the Amazon. They are Amazon. They're making Amazon type moves. It was absolutely incredible. So that is something that obviously was a part of this timeline for this week. Then we find out that the app is going to be released on Friday, April 16th with a world type exposure. Like they're going to be putting out all kinds of advertisements, all kinds of just Everything is going to roll out on April 16th. It is going to be incredible. So this week was well staged, guys. Well staged. I look forward to diving into this and continuing providing this content further into this video. I first of all want to give a massive shout out to TC at Burner Market Trading. Holy smokes, guys. He went live for this conference call, and just the amount of people, the support he had was absolutely tremendous. You were going to see him actually in this screenshot, because I'm going to dive in and talk about the product rollouts and really how we can expect this thing to evolve as it rolls out. So swinging on over here, it says HUMBL Financial. Obviously, a big portion of that was put out on April 2nd, 100 plus countries. We are all aware of that. The next phase down, it goes into HUMBL Pay, which is going to be released on April 16th. And it says the phased rollout. We'll be talking about that phased rollout here in just a second. Then it goes back down to another tier, and it's going to be HUMBL Marketplace, where they're really going to emphasize and push the NFTs, and they're really going to push the ticketing aspect, at which they did the acquisition for Tickery. And I really think that that is a monster acquisition, guys. I really think that as it continues to get more in depth, we start to see the evolution of that company really evolving with HUMBL. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. So again, I'm going to refer to one of the guys I refer to all the time, the Real Jägermeister from Twitter. He put out a ton of good information on this. So here we go. He said this Friday, April 16th, world's first mobile super app goes live. United States, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. Phase 2, which is expected to be spring/summer of 2021, 29 more countries. And then obviously phase 3, which is going to be expected in the spring/summer of 2021, is 5 countries. So obviously they're expecting to roll this out in phases like they talked about in this conference call, which I think was absolutely incredible. So I got to give props and credit where credit is due. And this next tweet is from Drummer Dude 1969. Absolutely incredible due diligence on this one. He said HUMBL Pay rollout schedule. Phase 1 will begin on April 16th, 2021. That is going to be 6 countries. Roughly 534 million people will be involved in this. I mean, you got to think about that. The 6 countries that they're encompassing populate to about 534 million people. That's absolutely incredible. Phase 2 is going to be spring to summer, like we stated earlier, 2021, which is going to be 29 additional countries, 35 countries total, which will be 1.1 billion people that it could potentially encompass. This is incredible, guys, and it's matching the numbers at which they said they wanted to attack. Phase 3, as soon as the world opens up, and obviously coming out of the pandemic, 5 additional countries, 40 countries total, worth roughly 2.8 billion people. Absolutely incredible to see. This is just a monster. And honestly, coming up to this point, we can talk about the app. I've put it out in multiple videos. When can we expect the app? When can we expect this? Guys, it's here. We know a date. We know a hard date. This is happening, guys. This is going to be a tremendous experience from a investor standpoint, and it's going to be a tremendous experience to just see it from a community perspective. So now we have come to that magical timeline again that has been updated, and guys, it has been updated, and everything that we've seen previously has been checked off, and it has been accurate as all possible. I mean, Brian Foote has been just meeting deadline after deadline. It's incredible, guys, and he even said, I wanted to push the app out, but I don't want to put out something that isn't fully functional, that isn't going to be a good quality product. And so obviously he put a pause on it when it initially could have come out. It is what it is, guys. If you would much rather see a well-rounded, very good product versus something that could be, half off, not be the best quality, and it just be rolled out because obviously we want it rolled out and it just not be good quality. So I'm glad we waited. They waited and put the time in to make it a perfect product, and now this thing is just going to unleash. It's going to be incredible. So here we go, diving into this timeline. So starting with Q4 2020, reverse merger happened and completed on 12/9. Pursued merger acquisitions and country rights, which we are aware of. Q1 2021, secured ticker symbol HMBL. He was ecstatic about that, guys. He said, this is a fresh start. This is where it begins. So HUMBL financial launch in global, that happened obviously. And then finalized country rights Chile test, as we know. I actually did a video on that as well, as you guys can see right here. So continuing on in Q2 2021, in the last video I did, I said I feel Q2 is going to be one of the most significant, if not the most significant in this year. And guys, I'm still standing by that. Obviously, the HUMBL mobile app, we find out a good portion of it is going live here on April 16th, which is this coming Friday. It says HUMBL Financial US rollout. That did occur. Obviously, a lot of people got heavily involved into the ETXs. Peer-to-peer ticketing integrations, I think that is going to be extremely, extremely significant. And then NFT listings, and obviously those two last things are to go with the mobile app. I think those are going to be extremely, extremely significant as well. Those are going to be some major revenue generators for this company, and it's going to be absolutely amazing to see how much can actually be done. I think that was a significant piece that Brian Foote talked about at the very end as well, when he talked about the development of the marketplace for NFTs and everything that's going to come with that. That is going to be incredible. Q3 2021, drive growth key verticals. Again, driving it home, guys. Strategic partnerships. I think more and more partnerships are going to start to come. He talked about using, some other partnerships for certain things. Exciting to hear that. Custodial tokenization and blocks. So those two pieces were added from the previous timeline. Q4 2021 HUMBL shareholder conference, guys, and people are hyped about that. That is going to be a massive party, guys, especially out there in San Diego. Going to be incredible. Company roadmap for 2022, which will be just like this. And then HUMBL concert ticketing and NFTs. So Q4 is going to be loaded as well, guys. So I'm super pumped about this. I know so many of you guys are out there are just as excited as I am. Let's get this. And now we've come to my favorite part of any video, and that's chart breaking down time. So let's swing on over here. Check out HMBL HUMBL Inc. So today it opened at $2.81. It got as high as $3.29. Its low was $2.63. Guys, that was incredible. Volume 18.86 million. Current market cap 3.035 billion. 52-week high is $7.72. 52-week low is a big fat zero, and its average volume is 18.64 million. So it closed today at $3.11. That was up 11.25%. And as you guys can see, this is a one-day chart. And the reason why I wanted to put the one-day chart on here is because we really did not start out fantastic at all. We knew the conference call was going to happen. The morning started out rough. And then, guys, the news broke about CNBC. And really a lot just started to go for this stock. We can see it started to trend up in the upward direction. I mean, this thing really started to take off. A lot more speculation started to come out, and it was just incredible. So we did obviously hit the peak and then kind of settled back in, had a little bit of a pullback and really kind of settled in there to wrap out at $3.11. I'm beyond excited to see where this goes from here, because we really did get a load of information, a ton of positive catalysts, the app release, the NFTs. I mean, guys, the list goes on and on and on. There is a lot that is still expected to roll out, and we have a timeline for that. So I'm really excited to see how this stock responds. I think that there's going to be a huge support system for this. So it's just going to be really cool to see it boost. Plus, on top of that, we have CNBC Interview tomorrow. So it's going to get a lot more eyes on it from a bigger picture. So I'm really excited to see how this stock responds. I appreciate you guys swinging by and checking out this video on HMBL HUMBL Inc. And you guys know this will not be the last video by no means, because I enjoy covering this stock. I enjoy everything about this company, and we have an amazing CEO in Brian Foote. I do want to remind you guys, I am not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only, and that's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.